A Load of Carp, Return Regift Report, an educational video about the invasive species, the goldfish.
In this video, we will cover the spread, the impact, the management, and what the public can do.
So they originated in China and they were domesticated during the Song Dynasty between 960 to 1279, and they were bred for their colors. Later, they were introduced in Japan in the 1500s.
They were also introduced into Europe in the 1600s and North America in the 1800s. They're currently found on all continents except Antarctica.
And they were purposely introduced as ornamental decoration due to their color. Goldfish are able to inhabit almost any type of habitat, but they prefer fresh water. They're able to thrive in low oxygen waters, various water temperature, and overall a lower quality of water.
They can also tolerate eutrophication, which results in algae bloom, and high turbidity, which is when they dig up sediments on the bottom and cause a change in water clarity. What makes them so successful? High trait overlap.
So they have similar feeding and habitat preferences with native fish species.
Omnivorous diet.
They can feed on pretty much anything they can get.
Sexual and physical traits.
They mature early and grow to variable lengths.
Hybrid reproduce asexually.
So they do this through gynogenesis, which is when they parasitize the sperm from other Cyprinidae fish species to initiate the development of eggs, and this interferes with the native fish spawning seasons.
Tolerate extreme habitats.
They're able to survive in varying temperatures and low oxygen, so this is a great trait for small ponds and storm water.
Effective spawning.
So one female can lay 10,000 eggs and spawn multiple times in a year. This usually happens between spring and fall. Now we'll be talking about the impact. So goldfish can impact ecosystems by altering them.
They're able to uproot aquatic plants by feeding on them, which overall increases the turbidity, and they can also cause algae blooms.
They also alter the community structure and habitats.
They do this by deteriorating the water quality and clarity, and they also increase the phytoplankton biomass.
Lastly, they are able to cause fluctuations in food webs and nutrients,
which results in the changes in the primary producers.
Goldfish also impact other species through hybridization, so they are capable to produce viable offspring with the crustacean carp and the common carp. They compete with other species either by dominating the ecosystem or they can occupy empty niches. They're predators to native prey species because they are unknown to them. And they also are able to transmit diseases such as the cyprinid herpes virus to other carps.
On this image, you can see on the left side how big the goldfish are able to get in the wild. Some are able to grow as big as 40 centimeters, and on the right is their size in tanks. Usually this is roughly around 4 centimeters. Economical impacts. Currently, there's no clear number given to the destruction caused by goldfishes in Alberta. However, in Ontario, they have estimated $8.5 billion loss due to the Asian carp, which is known to hybridize with the goldfish. In the US, they have estimated a $5.4 billion annual loss due to the invasive fish and have estimated $150,000 to clean up each lake that is filled with goldfishes.
A study done by Vanderveer and Natwig studied the impacts of invasive fish species in Europe. And what they found was that the goldfish scored the highest out of the 40 species that they studied. As you can see, they score relatively high in topics that we already mentioned, such as the herbivory, predation, competition, disease, and ecosystem. The points refer to the number of impact-relevant publications per species included in this assessment, and what they concluded was that they were the worst alien fish species in Europe. Next, we'll talk about the management. So in Alberta, there are 70 plus locations where goldfish are known to have been established. The stormwater facility in St.Albert is one of the worst ones, and this was a major problem because this pond drained out into the Sturgeon River.
In step 1, they utilized a physical method in which they drained the water in the stormwater facility in fall in hopes that the facility would freeze over during winter. This was proven unsuccessful. In step 2, they utilized electrofishing, in which they emitted a small current to stun the fish and attempted to scoop them out. And this was also proven overall ineffective because of the quantity of fishes. In step 3, they applied a chemical called ronone, which works by inhibiting the cellular respiration process of the goldfish and its ability to use dissolved oxygen, causing the fish to suffocate. This was proven successful. The application cost of ronone was estimated to be $25,000 to $40,000.
Okay, next we'll give you an example of a global management in Australia, where we spoke with Dr. Stephen Betty of the Murdoch University. He is a research leader for Catchments to Coast Centre for Sustainable Aquatic Ecosystems. And this is what he did differently.
He used a combination of draining, electrofishing, cyan netting, in which you lay a net vertically in the water, and an application of ronone. Due to this, they were able to successfully eradicate the goldfish in the dark brook and prevented it from invading into the Margaret River.
Here's what you, the public, can do. A gift report. So most pet stores accept unwanted goldfish returns, so you can just bring it in and they will gladly take it from you. Or you can regift it, so give it to a friend or donate to a local school as a class pet. Or you can rehome to someone through Kijiji or Facebook Marketplace.
If you find goldfishes in a water body near you, or you see someone dumping goldfishes, you can report it to the invasive species hotline at the number listed on the screen. If your goldfish has died, instead of flushing them down the toilet, purchase fish pots, which are biodegradable coffins for goldfishes, and they help to prevent the spread of the diseases.
Thank you for watching. And these are our references.